Ultramarathons are a niche market. Other than running aficionados, most people know nothing about them. Any race longer than 26.2 miles qualifies. Most range from about 30 miles to over 100 miles. Only a fraction of our population has ever completed an ultra race. The physical demands are immense. Never mind possessing the desire to push your body past its theoretical limits. Yet some do. And in this week's Sports Spotlight, we introduce you to a man who has spent a lifetime chasing history 1 mile at a time.
Let's go.
From the gravel trails of Lake Wichita Park to picturesque destinations across the United States.
Snakes, bats, bears, mountain lions, we've seen it all.
Jim and Margaret Ingalls.
We've been hanging around each other for about 45 years.
45 years.
Some call them crazy.
A lot of people do. They believe the same thing.
Embarking on a journey 5 decades in the making.
To my knowledge, I'm the 5th person in the world and the oldest person at 79 to complete all 50 states. Hundreds of people have run marathons in every state, but there's a very select few that have run, ultramarathon in every state.
His maiden voyage in 1980.
Leland, Mississippi 50-miler. I was pretty scared at the starting line because I'd never done an ultra. That was like an adventure. I thought, people do it, I can do it.
One by one, across the nation.
Alaska, Hawaii,
Colorado, the West Coast, South Carolina, North Carolina. We'd be driving back from West Virginia or something. We'd say, we can't wait to get home. We're going to put another pin in West Virginia.
That's the first thing we do when we get home.
And one final pin tacked on last month.
50-kilometer race in Blue Hill, Maine. It was emotional at the start, it was emotional during the race, and it was an emotional finish, and I can't believe I've finally run an ultra race in every state, all 50.
A feat recognized by Wichita County Commissioners, presenting a proclamation to the local running legend.
It's one of the best things of this job, and we can bring someone here that's made an outstanding achievement. Jim's one of one. There's nobody in his world that can do what he does.
Jim's origin story dates back to the 60s, a teenager in Albany, Texas. He ran in high school, but didn't get serious until his late 30s. First with casual workouts to stay in shape, eventually pursuing marathons.
I discovered people don't stop at 26.2 miles. They run 50 miles, 100 milers, and so that's what got me into the ultra races.
To this day, Jim Ingalls has completed more than 150 ultra marathons, 30 of them 100 miles or more, highlighted by winning a buckle at Badwater, the toughest foot race in the world. How would you describe the toll Badwater takes on your body?
Badwater hurts you physically, it hurts you mentally, and it hurts you spiritually. And if you're not ready to take your body places, maybe it shouldn't go, and then don't do the Badwater.
2 days, 135 miles, in the dead of summer, through the lows of Death Valley to the elevation of Mount Whitney. It's invite only, the best ultramarathoners in the world laying it all on the line.
Badwater is such a prestigious and such a difficult, race. I've done a lot of things, accomplished a lot of things, but to get the buckle at Badwater is a big deal. And to have that kind of goal and to train the way I did. If you think it's easy, try going 46 hours with no sleep. Plus your heart rate's banging 150 for 46 hours.
46 hours, 54 minutes, 57 seconds. Under the threshold, earning him a coveted Badwater buckle as a token of success.
It's in a case, and I don't take it out of the case too often, but it says right on there, Challenge of the Champions. To cross that finish line and know that you're one of 600 people in the world that have that buckle, it's pretty special.
Nearly 1/3 of the field does not finish the race each year. But for Jim, in 2007, the stars aligned.
They assign each runner, and they only have 90 runners they invite a year, and I got number 62, and I happened to be 62 years old. When I finished, My finishing place was 62. So when you take 62 years old, number 62, finishing 62nd place in the race, there's more to it than you know, the average person, you know, understands. So a higher power, you know, if you will.
This is like the most basic question of all time, but I gotta know. What motivates you?
Yeah, well, I had a twin brother that passed away shortly after birth, and
He does it because he knows that his twin brother will never be able to do it. And then, like I said, they're identical twins, so he feels him when he runs.
Brother Donald in spirit and wife Margaret as crew chief, both alongside Jim with every step.
He does things that I would never think he could do, you know, and I tried to get him to stop a couple times because I was worried about him physically and his health.
my cardiologist says I'm going to live to be 100. Let's hope he's correct.
A retired HR manager at the Howmet plant in Wichita Falls.
I'm pretty ordinary.
Never had a running coach, yet a world-class ultramarathoner.
I mean, this is our lifestyle. This is our life.
Margaret, Jim,
Girl, you were a good girl.
and Stella. You've done everything. What's next?
I'm going to be 80 in, you know, less than 3 months. So I think there's some courses that I can get the course record. But make no mistake, if there's other people 80 doing those things too, they're almost as serious as I am. So it's not like a gimme.
Decades of chasing finish lines continues. Early mornings on the shores of Lake Wichita. With your Sports Spotlight, I'm MJ Baird.
You need some inspiration in life? Look no further than Jim Ingalls. That will do it for tonight's Look at Sports. We'll see you back here after the break.